Hello everyone. We will listen to the story about Sarah and the magic beetle. Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between lush green hills, there lived a curious little girl named Sarah. Sarah loved exploring the woods, fields, and streams around her home. She always had her eyes wide open for any new adventures. One sunny morning, while wandering near the edge of the forest, she stumbled upon a shimmering beetle. This beetle was unlike any Sarah had ever seen. It had bright, iridescent wings that glowed with all the colors of the rainbow. Mesmerized, Sarah gently reached out her hand, and to her surprise, the beetle climbed onto her palm. As soon as it touched her skin, she felt a warm, magical sensation. "Hello, Sarah," a tiny voice echoed in her mind. Startled, she looked around, but there was no one in sight. "Who said that?" Sarah asked, a bit scared yet intrigued. "It's me, the beetle," replied the voice. "I'm a magical beetle, and I've been looking for someone special to go on an adventure with." Sarah's eyes widened with excitement. "Really? An adventure? Where are we going?" The beetle's wings glimmered. "Hold me tight and close your eyes," it said. Sarah did as she was told, and suddenly, she felt herself being lifted off the ground. She opened her eyes to find herself in a magical forest filled with vibrant colors and enchanting sounds. "Welcome to the enchanted forest," the beetle said. "I am here to guide you through a wonderful journey. But first, we need to help my friends. They've been trapped by a mischievous goblin who has cast a spell on this forest." Sarah, always eager to help, nodded vigorously. "Let's go save them," she exclaimed. Their first stop was a meadow where flowers whispered secrets to each other. Among the flowers, they found a beautiful butterfly with its wings caught in a web of shimmering threads. "This is Bella, the butterfly," explained the beetle. "She has been trapped by the goblin's spell. We need to untangle her wings." Sarah carefully began to untangle the threads. The threads were delicate and sticky, but with patience and determination, she managed to free Bella. As soon as Bella was free, she fluttered her wings and showered them with the dust of gold. "Thank you, Sarah," Bella said gratefully. "As a token of my appreciation, I grant you the gift of understanding all creatures in this forest." Sarah smiled, feeling even more connected to the magical world around her. They continued their journey, moving deeper into the forest. They came across a brook where they found a frog named Freddy, who was stuck on a rock in the middle of the stream. "The goblin made the waters too swift for me to swim back," croaked Freddy. Sarah thought for a moment, then had an idea. She gathered some large leaves and twigs, creating a small raft. With the beetle's guidance, she managed to float the raft to Freddy and bring him safely to the shore. "Thank you, Sarah," Freddy croaked happily. "In return, I give you the gift of water walking. You can now walk on water like a frog." Excited with her new abilities, Sarah and the beetle moved on. Their final destination was a hidden cave guarded by an old, wise owl named Oliver. Oliver had been enchanted to keep everyone out. "Who dares to enter the goblin's lair?" Oliver hooted. "It's me, Sarah," she replied bravely. "We're here to break the goblin's spell." Oliver stared at Sarah with his big, wise eyes. "If you can answer my riddle, I will let you pass," he said. "Here is the riddle. I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. What am I?" Sarah thought hard. She remembered the wind blowing through the trees, and how it made a whistling sound. Then it clicked. "An echo!" she exclaimed. Oliver smiled and stepped aside. "You are wise and brave, Sarah. You may pass." Inside the cave, they found the mischievous goblin, who was surprised to see them. "Who are you?" he sneered. "And how did you get past my spells?" Sarah stepped forward confidently. "I am Sarah, and I am here to break your spell and free this forest." The goblin laughed. "And how do you plan to do that?" Sarah took a deep breath and remembered the gift she had received. "With the help of my friends," she said. She called upon Bella, who fluttered in and sprinkled the goblin with golden dust, causing him to shrink in size. Freddy hopped in, splashing water around the cave, washing away the goblin's enchantments. Finally, the beetle's wings glowed brightly, breaking the last of the goblin's spells. The goblin, now small and powerless, begged for mercy. Please, let me go. I promise I will never trouble this forest again. Sarah looked at her friends and then at the goblin. We will let you go, she said, but only if you promise to leave this forest and never return. The goblin agreed and scurried away. The forest began to glow with new life as the enchantments lifted. Sarah's beetle friend turned to her and said, "Thank you, Sarah. You have a brave heart and a kind soul. Our forest is free because of you." With a swirl of magic, Sarah found herself back at the edge of her village. The beetle, still shimmering, said, "Whenever you need me, just call my name." "Thank you," Sarah said, hugging the beetle gently. "I will never forget this adventure." That night, as Sarah drifted off to sleep, she dreamed of the enchanted forest and her new friends. She knew that with a brave heart and kind soul, any adventure was possible.